And the way you find a high character person is through rejection. And that is, if you want to score above or punch above your weight class professionally and personally, it's rejection, or specifically the willingness to endure rejection. Only 1 in 7 businesses succeeds. So I started 9. I'm kind of, I'm kind of 2, 3, and 4. I've had 4 businesses get most of their money back. I've had 3 businesses crash into a wall and a fiery ball of disaster, and I've had 2 wins. But all you need is 1, and 2, that's a lot. I've also endured a lot of rejection from women, and it's been upsetting, humiliating at the time. But the reason I'm with someone who's of such great character and is more interesting and definitely much hotter than me is I wasn't scared to keep trying. And I think you need to figure out a practice such that every morning, whether it's working out, hanging out with people that lift you up, meditation, whatever it is, so it's that you can look in the mirror and kind of honestly say to yourself over and over and agree or convince yourself that you are the answer to a firm's problems. You bring unique talent to the economy and you can make money. And 2, that you can absolutely, find what I'll call real joy, or you can, find someone who you're going to have a great relationship with. I think that, you need to believe that stuff. You need to say it over and over, and that you're worthy of someone's love and that you could make someone really happy, and that you should approach strangers and express romantic interest because you could make their life really wonderful. And the story I always tell, I met the mother of my children at the pool at the Raleigh Hotel, and I walked up to her in the heat of the midday sun without the benefit of alcohol and introduced myself. And I could have so easily left. I remember I walked in, I saw her, and I thought, I promised myself I was going to speak to this woman before I left the pool. And it was a pool at the Raleigh Hotel. And I literally was walking out. I'm like, oh, God, it would just be so much. It's embarrassing and hard to walk up to a strange person. She was with another woman and a guy. Like, I didn't know what was going on, right? So I'm walking out, and I'm like, oh, I promised myself. So I went back, and I just said, where are you guys from? Anyways, long story short, 2 years later, our first son's middle name is Raleigh. And I'm like, if you want to score above your weight class, the only thing I can guarantee you is that you have to put yourself in a position of uncomfortable risk. Starting a podcast is embarrassing and hard if it doesn't work. Starting a business is hard. Asking people to invest in you, asking people to be your client, calling people, trying to get meetings. It's embarrassing and it's hard, and you're risking public failure. And then trying to find a mate who brings a lot of character and is someone you're really attracted to and is an interesting person. The only thing I know about that is rejection, that you're going to have to workshop it. You're going to have to, you're really going to have to put yourself out there. And one of the things I think a lot about young men, I don't think a lot of young men are developing the skills to endure rejection and put themselves in a position of success. They're not getting out. They're not taking chances. They think they can live a reasonable facsimile of life in their basement with algorithms and screens. So anyways, people will say, what's the key to your success? I get asked that a lot. And I'm like, rejection. I ran for sophomore, junior, and senior class president in high school. I lost all 3 times, and based on my track record, I decided to run for student body president, where I went on to, wait for it, lose. I applied to 9 schools. So I got rejected from Indiana, good school, but I never lost my sense of enthusiasm. I love what Churchill said. The key to success is your ability to move through failure without losing your sense of enthusiasm, the ability to mourn and move on. I've been shot in the face professionally and personally, so I took some time to mourn, twist the legs off my Barbie dolls, kick the dog, whatever it is, and then I got back up and I started, trying to start new businesses, trying to meet new people, whatever it be. So resilience, the willingness to get back up and get back on the horse, so to speak.